Congratulations to all of you. Congratulations on your results. Probably you should party today, but after my class you can party a bit. Yes? So a hearty congratulations to all of you. Now focus on the next goal, focus on the next preparation, focus on the next part, next journey, the next step. So definitely 10th standard was an important stepping stone in your career. Now the next journey begins, and with the same confidence and energy, and we have to carry forward that in the 11th and 12th as well, so that you can become a good doctor, right? So audible and visible, YouTube people, everyone, audible and visible. Are we visible to you? I am visible to you. Everything is clear. Mic, audio, video. ठीक है? So did you had some sweets? Did you had some sweets, some party and all? Did you do any party? Or still you are waiting for the class to get end, then you will do the party. So after the class, you can do the party, right? No sir, low marks. No problem. If you are disheartened that you are getting low marks, you have ample of opportunity to prove that in 11th and 12th. And if you have got very good marks, so don't get overconfidence also. Okay, sometime good marks and sometime lot of praises can be also dangerous. That makes you lazy. Okay, so if you have got low marks, no problem. You come with the double energy. You analyze yourself where you did the mistakes, where extra energy you can put. So definitely the next journey for 11th and 12th standard will be little more tricky. Okay, more energy and more effort, more concentration, and definitely more enjoyment is also required. Till the time you don't enjoy what you do, everything will be a forceful act. So if you are thinking that becoming a doctor forcefully you are doing that, so I will tell you, don't do that. You have to enjoy the process. Are we clear? Yes? So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and talk about the topic. We are studying epithelial tissue. Last time we started with epithelial tissue. I think we studied a few of the simple epithelium. I think we studied simple squamous epithelium, their characteristic features, their locations. Then after we studied what is simple cuboidal epithelium. We studied the characteristic of cuboidal cells. What is their location? I think this was the last page what we studied. And I hope you have revised. Have you revised, everyone? Because today I am going to ask some MCQs. If you are okay with that, I am going to ask some multiple choice question like the NEET exam. A little bit trailer, I can say, some MCQs, basic MCQs I am going to ask. So if you are not prepared, let me know. I will not ask the questions. And if you are prepared, I can check your little bit of knowledge that how much you are prepared. Some are saying prepared, some are saying not prepared. It's okay. We will try. Okay. If you fail here, no problem. Okay. Failure always helps us to learn our mistakes. So never be afraid to fail, but learn from that mistakes. Then only it will be beneficial. So a lot of positive talks and motivation. Suddenly I am feeling uncomfortable now. We will start with the topic. After cuboidal epithelium, we are going to talk about which epithelium? Tell me. After cuboidal epithelium, we are going to talk about columnar epithelium. What epithelium? Columnar epithelium cells. So what are the characteristic feature of columnar epithelium? First of all, they are tall column-like cells. They are tall column-like cells. They are very thin. So they are slender. They are slender. They are tall. They are long. They are slender. And you can notice due to the elongament of the cells, the cell is elongated. So the nucleus has become which shape? The nucleus has become oval shape. The nucleus has become oval shape. So squamous epithelium, disc-like flattened nucleus. Cuboidal epithelium, we said. Cuboidal epithelium, we said. Spherical nucleus. For columnar epithelial cells, we will say it is oval shaped nucleus. Are we clear? Yes? Yes or no? Oval shaped nucleus. Now tell me, this nucleus of columnar epithelium is towards apical surface or is it towards the basement membrane? Tell me, guys. Is it towards basement membrane or is it towards the apical surface? Come on. It is towards the basement membrane. Yep. Correct answer. The nucleus is towards the basement membrane. Okay. Some error is happening here. Let's decline this. Chal bhai. Yeah. So you can see here, the columnar epithelium is composed of single layer of tall and slender cells, thin and elongated. Thin and elongated. The nuclei are located towards the base. Now, what are the modifications in this? We may have cilia on them. So we'll call them as columnar ciliated. Or you may see the microvilli on them. So you will say columnar epithelial cells with brush border. With what border? Brush border. Clear, beta? So let us see. Let us see that modifications. Come on. If columnar cells, if the columnar cell or cuboidal cells, they bear cilia, will squamous cell have cilia? Will squamous cell have microvilli? No. That was already told you in the previous class. Columnar cells or cuboidal cells can bear the cilia on their free surface. Free surface means on the apical surface, on the upper part, because lower part is in the contact with the basement membrane. Lower part is in the contact with the basement membrane. So if cilia is there, it is ciliated epithelium. Now what is the function of cilia? What is the function of cilia here? Cilia is helping to move the particles, or like ovum in the fallopian tube, or mucus which is trapped the dust inside your trachea or bronchi, to throw it out. Are we clear? What are the locations? Come on, tell me some locations. Whatever locations you understand with respect to columnar epithelium, tell me certain locations of columnar epithelial cells. Can you tell me some locations of columnar epithelial cells, guys? Come on. Can you tell me, guys? I'm waiting. I'm giving you 20 seconds. Come on. Come on. ये सब क्या हो रहा है भाई? Anyone answering? Stomach lining. Very good. Some people are giving stomach lining answer. Some people are saying trachea as an answer. Acha, intestine. Which intestine? Large intestine, small intestine. Typically which intestine I will say? Both intestine we can say. Stomach lining and intestine. Both is possible. So columnar epithelial cells may also have microvilli. May also have microvilli. Some places columnar cell is having cilia. Some places columnar cell is having microvilli. Like in the fallopian tube, columnar cells is having the cilia to push the ovum in the fallopian tube. That is columnar ciliated in fallopian tube. Whereas in your small intestine lining, where you are absorbing a lot of nutrients, you need a large surface area, so you are having columnar cells with microvilli. I told you what is microvilli last time. Microvilli means brush border appearance. Cilia are hair-like outgrowths. So columnar cell may have microvilli. Where are columnar epithelial cells present? Lining of stomach. Lining of stomach, they are simple columnar epithelium. Lining of stomach, normal, simple columnar epithelial cells. Whereas in intestine, if you want to specify, especially small intestine. So if you see this big finger-like processes, This big finger-like processes which is present in your small intestine, what are the big processes called as? This finger-like processes, what they are called? They are called as villi. What they will be called as? Villi. So I will write here. Look at this. Come on. These are the villi. These are the villi. Singular will be called as villus. Villus will be singular. Villus will be singular. Single will be villus. On this villi, if you notice, there are columnar cells. So what I will do is, I will zoom this. Okay, whatever possible zooming is seen here. See, so this is the villi. On villi, what cells are these here? These are columnar cells. What are these cells? These cells are columnar cells. And on the columnar cells, what is there? On the columnar cells, what do you see? On the columnar cells, you can see microvilli. This is not cilia. This is microvilli, increasing the surface area for the absorption from the small intestine. Are we clear with this? Everyone clear? Hello, Zoom people, YouTube people. Are we clear with this? Clear, everyone? Okay. Okay. Now let's talk about ciliated epithelium specifically. Now let's talk about ciliated epithelium specifically. Now let's bring ciliated epithelium. So look at this. Look at the small animation here. The small animation, villi are the finger-like projections. On the villi, there are columnar epithelial cells. On columnar epithelial cells, there is microvilli. Some students are getting confused. Some students are getting confused. So for them, I will draw one more diagram here, possibly. Arey bhai. Yeah. So see this. This is villi. What is this? This is villi folding in your intestine. This is villi folding in your small intestine. So I will call them as villi. Okay. On this villi, you are having columnar cells. You are having columnar cells with microvilli. What is this cell? This cell is columnar cell. With what? With the microvilli. With what? With the microvilli. That is the brush border appearance to increase the surface area for the absorption part. Are we clear, everyone? Yes? Yes, everyone? Chalo. Very good. Shall we go ahead now? Shall we go ahead? So microvilli problem is clear. Now let's talk about cilia. So look at this. What is this happening here? Cilia is moving in a particular direction. Cilia always creates a unidirectional wave. Cilia always creates a unidirectional wave. Like the ovary has ovulated. Ovary has ovulated. The ovum has went inside the fallopian tube. Now it has to travel in the ampulla, then the infundibulum, ampulla and isthmus. It is going towards uterus. It's going towards uterus. So it has to go in a unidirectional way. Similarly, if some mucus is trapping the dust in your trachea, bronchi, you are having columnar cells with cilia on them, not microvilli. You don't want to absorb that dust. So you are keeping columnar cells in your trachea, bronchi, and you are putting cilia on them, plus you are secreting some mucus. You are secreting some mucus. And in the mucus, the dust is getting trapped as you are inhaling. And cilia is creating a unidirectional way, and that is coming in your throat. That gives you a coughing reflex. You cough out and you spit it out, the mucus containing the dust and all. Are we clear with this? So, function is ciliary movement. Ciliated epithelium function is to create ciliary movement, to maintain the flow of liquid, like in the case in your trachea bronchi, to maintain the flow of mucus, or suspended particles or bodies, especially ovum, I will say. In respiratory tract, what are the locations? What is the location of ciliated epithelium? The location is respiratory tract. That helps the cilia to push the mucus towards the throat, in the trachea and in the bronchi. In oviduct is fallopian tube. The cilia helps to move the egg towards the uterus. Some interesting examples. Sir, hair is cilia? No. Hair is not cilia, Baba. Hair like. Cilia is microscopic. Hair you can visualize. Hair you can see. Cilia is very small. Hair like it is. I am not saying it is hair. It is hair like, you need to understand. Cilia also present in ventricles of the brain. Sir, now what is ventricles of the brain, sir? We have studied ventricle is in the heart. Sir, ventricle is in the heart. You are saying ventricle is in the brain? Yes. Some people's brain are hollow from inside. Hollow from inside, some people's brain. No, everyone's brain is hollow from inside. Okay, everyone's brain is hollow from inside. That hollow cavity in the brain, that is called as the ventricles. And ventricles, they have the CSF, the cerebrospinal fluid. It is the nutritive fluid. It is the containing all the gases and all. Nutrition for the brain derived from the blood. But the CSF has to be kept moving. It has to be kept. You have to make notes from watching the videos. While watching the videos, you only have to make the notes. I know I am not giving time, but you can again open it up and make the notes. ठीक है? चलिए. Let's go ahead now. Let's go ahead. YouTube people now, okay? YouTube now it is coming, sir. Coming everyone, YouTube is properly clear now. ठीक है, चलो let's start. Let's do some questions. Yo. अच्छा, before going to the questions, more examples. They are mainly present in the inner hollow organs like bronchioles, bronchi, trachea. We already discussed the location. Fallopian tube also we discussed. In fallopian tube also there is ciliated epithelium. In trachea and bronchi also there is ciliated epithelium. We already discussed. Now let's go ahead and do certain questions. So, question number 1 in front of you. Read the question. The cell lining the blood vessels belong to the category of what? Easy question. Come on, quickly answer. Option A, B, C, D. What is the answer for this question? Come on, quickly everyone. The cell lining of the blood vessels belong to the category of. YouTube people, you don't know the answer. Everyone, come on guys. The cell lining of the blood vessels belong to. Acha, tell me. Blood vessels, we studied. The lining of blood vessel is called endothelium. Do you agree? The lining of the blood vessels we studied, it is called as endothelium. And endothelium is nothing but what? Endothelium is nothing but simple squamous epithelium. What it is? Simple squamous epithelium. So right answer will be what, guys? Right answer will be option C. Right answer will be option C. The cell lining, the blood vessels belong to the category squamous epithelium. So whoever students gave the C answer, that is the correct answer. Okay, we are done. Now we will move to the next question. Okay, quickly. Now moving to the next question. Come on. Read the question. Read the question. Epithelium. The epithelium of proximal convoluted tubule, that is the PCT of nephron, is made up of which epithelium? Is it cuboidal? Is it squamous? Is it neural tissue? Or we can say both A and B. Think carefully. Think carefully and give me the answer. Come on, everyone. Come on, everyone. Give the answer. Yes, everyone. Is it A? Is it B? Both A and B, neural tissue, what we can say? The clear answer, chalo, what we have learnt. Let's revise what we have learnt. PCT contains what, guys? PCT contains majorly, the PCT contains majorly simple cuboidal epithelium. What does it contains? Simple cuboidal epithelium with brush border. With what border? With brush border, or we can say with microvilli. With microvilli. So the right answer is cuboidal epithelium. The right answer is cuboidal epithelium. Yeah. Now, little understanding, little more understanding. So whenever you do any MCQ now, you also check the other options, where the other options will be the answer for other questions. Like, if you studied nephron, do you know loop of Henle? You know loop of Henle is there in the part of nephron. Have you studied that in your 9th and 10th standard? So you say that, okay, there is Bowman's capsule, there is glomerulus, and then there is PCT, then there is loop of Henle, and then you say there is DCT. PCT, DCT, loop of Henle. Yes? Now focus here. In the loop of Henle, this limb where the filtrate is going down, this limb where the filtrate is going down, here the filtrate is going up. So filtrate came from here, went down. What is this limb called as? The limb where the filtrate is going down, that is called as descending limb of loop of Henle. What is that called as? Descending limb of loop of Henle. Descending limb of loop of Henle, and descending limb of loop of Henle will show, descending limb of loop of Henle will show which epithelium? Will show squamous epithelium. Will show which epithelium? Squamous. So when you start with the excretory products and elimination chapter in 11th standard, there you will study the whole nephron structure, and then different parts of nephron will show different tissues present, epithelial tissues. Bowman's capsule, also simple squamous epithelium. PCT, cuboidal. Descending limb, simple squamous. Ascending limb, again cuboidal. DCT, again cuboidal. So different parts of the segment of the nephrons, they will change the tissue as per their function. So that is the tricky part. So here what we studied, that was the most basic part here. Are we clear? Come on, let us go to the next question. Let us go to the next question. Come on. Next question in front of your screen. Sir, what if basement membrane is not present in the filtration system? It will be always present, beta. Basement membrane is present, but still it will allow the filtration, no problem. If it is not present, in one of the filtration system, it is present. It allows the filtration process. It happens, no problem. Reproductive cells called as germinal epithelium are made up of which of the following epithelial tissue? Yesterday only we studied. In the males, seminiferous tubules. In the female, ovary is lined by simple cuboidal epithelial cells which go under gametogenesis process. And that is which cells? That is cuboidal cells. Option is C. The correct answer is C. So germinal epithelium is nothing but cuboidal epithelium. Nothing but which epithelium? Nothing but simple cuboidal epithelium. Are we clear with this? Correct answer is C. Okay. Now I will stop the MCQs. Now we will go with the next concepts. Okay, in the next class probably we can see few more questions. Okay, so let's move forward. After this, now next epithelium is glandular epithelium. What is the next epithelium we are going to talk about? We are going to talk about the glandular epithelium. Now what is the meaning of glandular epithelium? Epithelial cells, especially columnar and cuboidal, which are specialized in secretory function, which secrete something, might secrete hormone, might secrete certain fluid substance, mucus, sweat, oil, wax of the ear, or gastric juice or pancreatic juice, or might secrete hormones. So whichever glands are there in your body, whichever glands you can remember right now, they all are made up of epithelial tissue. Most of the glands are made up of epithelial tissue or epithelial cells, mostly cuboidal and columnar cells. So what is glandular epithelium? Some columnar or cuboidal cells that get specialized for the secretion function and are called as what? Are called as glandular epithelium. Are we clear first of all? So majority of the glands are made up of what? They are made up of epithelial cells. Is that clear? Now moving ahead. Glandular epithelium is further classified in two parts. Is further classified into two parts. Unicellular glandular epithelial cells, multicellular glandular epithelial cells. Unicellular glandular epithelial cells, multicellular glandular epithelial cells. Now what is the meaning? When a single cell, a single individual isolated cell, when single individual isolated cell is secreting something, then it is called as a unicellular gland. But when there are collection of different cells are coming together, a lot of cells are coming together they are secreting the secretion, then we will say what they are. Then they are multicellular glandular epithelium or a multicellular gland. So you may have a unicellular gland or you may have a multicellular gland. Unicellular gland, single cell secreting secretion. Multicellular gland, multiple cells coming together making a gland and the secretion is happening. So 99% of your glands, 99% of all your glands belong to multicellular category. They belong to which category? They belong to multicellular category. Sir, then which one is unicellular, sir? Now we have to go inside for that. Your digestive tract, that is alimentary tract, alimentary canal, reproductive tract, then urinary tract, respiratory tracts. All these tracts are dried or they are having mucus in them? Tell me. All the tracts which are there inside the digestive tract, the respiratory tract, the reproductive tract, are they dried or are they wet from inside? They are wet from inside. They are having mucus coating. What they are having? Mucus coating. You say mucous membrane. You say what? Mucous membrane. So who is secreting the mucus? The mucus is secreted by a cell called as goblet cell. Called as which cell? Goblet cell. G-O-B-L-E-T. Imagine a wine glass. Imagine a wine glass. Wine glass means somewhat like this. Okay. Look like this. A wine glass. Is it like this only, wine glass? Does it look like a wine glass? Wine glass shape is called as a goblet. It's called as a what? Goblet. G-O-B-L-E-T. Goblet. Are we clear? Yes. So the unicellular epithelial cells. Look at this. Look at this. Doesn't it looks like a goblet cell shape? Does it looks like a goblet cell shape? Does it looks like a goblet cell? Does it looks like a goblet? Yes or no? What it is releasing? It is releasing mucus. What it is releasing? Mucus. Mucus is basically some protein mixed with lot of water. Mucus is nothing but some proteins mixed with water. That is a mucin protein. M-U-C-I-N. Mucin protein along with some water, it becomes the mucus that keeps your tracts inside wet. Are we clear with this? Yup. Are we clear with this? So let us talk about glandular epithelium. You divided the glandular epithelium into unicellular glandular and multicellular glandular. Very easy is multicellular. All your glands are mostly multicellular only. Salivary gland, sweat gland, mammary gland, gastric gland, pancreas, pituitary, thyroid, adrenal, whatever glands you can imagine is a multicellular gland. But mucous membrane, wherever you find the lining, the individual cells are releasing mucus. In the whole digestive tract, respiratory tract, you are finding individual cells at small distances located. They are secreting mucus, mucus, mucus everywhere. Okay. So the unicellular glands are goblet cells of alimentary canal. Goblet cells are present everywhere you are having mucous membrane. I am not saying goblet cell is only present in alimentary canal. It is present at majority of your mucous membrane locations. Yes. So unicellular gland consists of isolated, individual, single cells, goblet shape. That's why you call goblet cells. And remaining all the glands are multicellular glands. Are we clear with this classification? Are we clear with this classification? Yes or no? Come on, tell me fast. So I will move with the next classification. Now I will talk with the next classification. Next classification is exocrine and endocrine. Exocrine and endocrine. Next one is exocrine and endocrine. Come on, let's start that. Okay. Whew. Shall we go ahead, guys? Come on. Now what? Drinking some water, beta. My throat dried up a little bit. Too much heat. Sir, are goblet cells unicellular? Yes, they are. Goblet cells are unicellular? Yes, they are. Now, next. Next is another classification. You classified glandular epithelium on the basis of unicellular and multicellular. Now you will classify glandular epithelium on the basis of where they are secreting their secretion. Now you will classify what? On the basis of where they are secreting their secretion. Are they secreting inside the blood or are they secreting outside the blood? Think about this carefully. Now you will classify the glands on the basis of are they secreting inside the blood or are they secreting outside the blood? ठीक है? Repeat with me. The glands are secreting either inside the blood or outside the blood. Now you tell me, guys. Gastric glands of your stomach, they release gastric juice which contains HCl, pepsin enzyme, pepsinogen for digestion of proteins. Do you think gastric gland will pour their secretion in blood? Do you think gastric gland will pour their secretion in blood? Yes or no? Yes or no? Arey no baba, acid डालोगे क्या blood में? Will you put acid in blood? No. अच्छा. Sweat gland secrete sweat. Sweat is going in the blood or is it going outside the body? Is sweat secreted in the blood or is it going outside the body? It is not secreted in the blood. It is going outside only, Baba. Oil glands, oil is coming out from your body. Is it going in blood? It is not going in blood. Saliva of your mouth from the salivary glands. Is the saliva going in blood? No, sir, saliva is not going in blood. Wax glands, your ear. Your ear has the wax glands. They secrete wax. Is the wax going in the blood? Wax also not going in the blood. So, sir, whichever glands you told right now, they are not secreting the secretion in the blood. Their secretion is outside the blood. So, we will call them as exocrine gland. What we will call them as? Exo. Exo means out. Crine means secretion. Crine comes from the word crine. Crine word comes from the word crying. And crying means secretion. Cell is crying, cell is secreting. So exocrine. Exocrine gland secrete their secretion outside the blood. They will never pour it inside the blood. Now you answer me. What is mammary gland? Mammary gland secretes milk in females. Is it going in blood? No, it is not going in blood. It is outside the blood. So which gland it is? It is exocrine gland. Are we clear? So these are the certain examples of exocrine gland. And for the secretion to carry outside the blood, you need the ducts. All the exocrine gland mostly need the ducts. Salivary gland need the duct, sweat gland need the duct, oil gland need the duct, wax gland need the duct, mammary glands need the duct. Are you getting me? So they are duct bearing glands. Now the opposite. Think about thyroid gland. Thyroid. What does thyroid secretes? Thyroid secretes thyroxine hormone. Where you want your hormone? Do you want your hormone outside the blood or in the blood? Where do you want your hormone? Inside the blood or outside the blood? Inside the blood, sir. Pituitary gland. Pituitary gland secretes a lot of different hormones like growth hormone, gonadotrophins, FSH, LH, TSH. So many hormones. Where is the pituitary gland secreting? Sir, it is also secreting in the blood only. Yeah. Adrenal gland above your kidneys. Suprarenal glands, adrenal glands, they are also secreting hormones. Where? In the blood. So what do we understand here? We understand here that the glands which secrete their secretion in the blood, the glands which secrete their secretion in the blood, they will be called as which gland? They will be called as endocrine gland. Which gland? Endocrine gland. So if the gland is not secreting in blood, it will be called as exocrine. And if it is secreting in the blood, we will call it as endocrine gland. Did you understood the picture? And you tell me, endocrine glands, they are directly secreting in the blood. Do you think they need any ducts? Endocrine gland, they secrete directly in blood. Do they need any ducts? No. That's why endocrine glands are ductless glands. What less glands? Ductless gland. They don't require duct. They are directly pouring in the blood capillary. So thyroid gland secreting hormone, it is directly pouring the hormone in the blood capillaries. Pituitary is pouring in the blood capillaries. Adrenal gland is pouring in the blood capillaries. Whereas salivary gland, sweat gland, oil glands, they require a duct. They are duct-bearing glands. Did you understand this basic picture? So remember, whenever endocrine, exocrine comes, you just have to think secretion inside blood or secretion outside blood. Inside blood, endocrine. Outside blood, exocrine. Many students confuse with inside body, outside body. If you think with respect to inside or outside body, your concept will be wrong. So you have to think with respect to blood. Blood में secrete कर रहा है, it is secreting in blood, then we will say it is endocrine. And if it is secreting in the outside blood, anywhere, outside blood anywhere, exocrine. Are we clear with this? Are we clear with this? Okay, give me a thumbs up if you have understood, thumbs down if you have not understood, tell me please. Understood, not understood. Very important concept, will be required many times when you study chemical coordination chapter in 11th standard. In hormone chapter, it's a very important topic. Again, it will be revised. Simple, basic concept it is, but very, very important, guys. Okay. Sir, what does parathyroid? Parathyroid hormone. Any gland which secretes hormone, it has to be endocrine. Majority of the glands which secrete hormone, they are endocrine only. Exceptions are there. I am coming to the exceptions also. I am coming to the exceptions also. ठीक है? Sir, I am Saturday to college to write entrance. Okay, Manvita, all the best. Some entrance exam is there. Writing goal exam paper. ठीक है? Very good. Attempt it. Very nice. Chaliye, shall we go ahead now? Read. On the basis of mode of pouring of the secretion. Pouring means releasing. On the basis of mode of secretion. First you classified on the basis of single cell gland, unicellular. Multiple cells, multicellular. Now you are classifying on the basis of pouring of secretion. Pouring in blood, endocrine. Not pouring in blood, exocrine. So on the basis of mode of pouring of secretion, glands are divided in two categories, namely exocrine and endocrine. Mode of pouring of secretion. Look here, look at the picture. These are the cells, epithelial cells. These are the epithelial cells called as secretory cells. They are releasing their product. They are releasing the product. This is the secretion. Where it is going in the tube or duct. It is going in the tube or duct. If there is a duct, blood capillary ledu, Blood capillary ledu. It is a duct there. So what we will say? We will say it is exocrine gland. Secretion of mucus. Who secretes mucus? Which gland secretes mucus? Tell me, just now we studied. Come on, in the chat box. Which gland secretes mucus? Goblet cell. Which cell? Goblet cell. Goblet. So tell me, goblet cell is secreting mucus. Is it going in blood? Mucus never goes in blood. So we will say goblet cell is a type of which gland? Goblet cell is a type of exocrine gland. Saliva from salivary gland, exocrine. Earwax, wax gland, exocrine. Oil from oil gland, exocrine. Milk from mammary gland, exocrine. Digestive enzyme from gastric juice, exocrine. Are we clear with this? Now next will be endocrine. Next will be endocrine. Read this. Endocrine glands do not have ducts. Why they will need a duct? Why they will need a duct? They don't require a duct because endocrine cell, look at this. This is an endocrine cell. For an example, endocrine cell, it is making certain secretions, hormones. It is directly released in the blood vessel. It will reach to the target cell. It will reach to the target cell via blood. So what we are writing, endocrine glands do not have their ducts. Their products are called hormones. They directly secrete their secretion in the fluid bathing the gland. See, blood never comes in direct contact of the tissue. Blood capillary releases the tissue fluid. In that tissue fluid, the hormone will be secreted by the endocrine cells and it will be taken away by the blood. Are we clear with this, guys? Are we clear? Example, thyroid gland, pituitary gland, adrenal gland, so many examples. Now, are we clear with this? Now comes the exception. Now comes what, guys? Now comes the exception part. Now comes which part? Now comes the exception part. Yeah, heterocrine gland. Some glands, they behave dual nature. They show both property. They are endocrine also. They are exocrine also. I will take one such example, pancreas. Come on, pancreas. So I will take the example of pancreas. So pancreas, guys, they contain 99% of acinar cells. Which cells? Acinar cells. Acinar cells, they produce pancreatic juice. Which contains enzyme. Which contains what, guys? It contains enzymes. It contains what? It contains enzymes. And this will be released in the pancreatic duct. And pancreatic duct will open in the small intestine. Where it will open? In the small intestine, duodenum part. So 99% of the pancreas is made up of acinar cells, okay? Like this acinar cells are there. This is one acini. Okay? That is made up of epithelial cells. They are producing pancreatic juice. Pancreatic juice contains enzymes, a lot of different enzymes for digestion. That is released in pancreatic duct and that is going in small intestine. So here we have secretion by the gland, not going in blood. So acinar cells of pancreas is making the endocrine part or exocrine part? Tell me. Acinar cell will be making endocrine part or exocrine part? This is making the exocrine part. What part it is making, guys? It is making the exocrine part. Whereas 1% is remaining. 1% of pancreas is made up of islets of Langerhans. What it is made up of? Islets of Langerhans. Langerhans is the name of the scientist. Islet means what? Islet means Kuncham Island. Small Chinna Island. Island is a small land piece, I will say, in the ocean or something. Okay, nearby. But very, very Chinna Island, if it becomes very small island, then it will called as a islet. A small piece of land somewhere in the ocean. Okay? That is islet. So Langerhans discovered that throughout the pancreas, there is acinar cells. 99% acinar cells are there. Somewhere some different cells are present. Some different collections of cells are present. They are called as islet of Langerhans. And when he noticed islet of Langerhans, he observed two cells, alpha cells, and he observed beta cells. Alpha cells secrete glucagon hormone, and beta cells secreted insulin hormone. Both are hormone and they are secreted in the blood. Where they are secreted? They are secreted in the blood. Where they are secreted? They are secreted in the blood. So islet of Langerhans becomes which part? They are secreting hormones in the blood. This becomes which part, guys? This becomes endocrine part. So islet of Langerhans will become the endocrine part. What part it will become? It will become the endocrine part. So pancreas has the exocrine part also. It has the endocrine part also. Now tell me, what name we will give to such glands? What name we are giving? We are saying they are the glands of dual origin, dual nature. They are showing exocrine function also. They are showing endocrine function also. Since they are showing both the functions, endo also, exo also, we call them as heterocrine gland. Which gland? Heterocrine gland or mixed gland. We can call them as what, guys? We can call them as heterocrine gland. Heterocrine gland, or we can also call them as mixed gland or of dual nature. Or we can say they have a dual nature. They have what, guys? They have the dual nature. Are we clear with this? Are we clear with this, guys? Understood? So that is the exception. Heterocrine gland. Two more examples you can add. Testes and ovaries also you can add here. You can add testes and ovaries here also. Okay. Testes, they produce the sperm. Sperm goes in the duct. Sperm goes in the duct. But the same testes produces the male sex hormone, testosterone, that goes in the blood. So that becomes again heterocrine. Because one part of the testes went into the ducts. Sperm goes in the duct. Sperm never goes in blood. Okay. And testosterone, that is secreted in blood by the testes, androgen producing cells. Okay, the interstitial cells. And in ovary also produces the ovum, that is going in the duct, fallopian tube. That is the exocrine part, we will say. And the same ovary, it secretes progesterone and estrogen, the female sex hormone, in the blood. So that is also the heterocrine nature. So pancreas, testes, ovaries, all these three are what, guys? All these three are heterocrine glands. Are we clear, everyone? Yes, understood with this? Heterocrine understood, endocrine understood? Yes. So that's, I think, simple epithelium completion. Now we will talk about compound epithelium. Come on. Let's utilize the last 5 minutes to understand compound epithelium. Compound epithelium is very easy. Compound epithelium is made up of more than one layer of cells. More than one layer of cells. It is mostly 4 to 5 layers. Why you want 4 to 5 layers? You want 4 to 5 layers for protection. Okay, protection against mechanical and chemical stress. To protect your tissue under wear and tear. Under wear and tear. Yes. So compound epithelium or stratified epithelium, another name, don't forget, stratified multiple epithelium, is made up of more than one layer of cells and thus has a limited role in secretion and absorption. Limited role in secretion. So many multiple cells are there. Secretion will not be able to pass through it. So they have a limited role in secretion, means very less role in secretion. Very less role in secretion. You might say, sir, skin is compound epithelium, but sweat is coming, oil is coming. How, sir? That glands are placed very nicely in the compound epithelium and their ducts are opening on your upper part of the skin. That's why they have a limited role in secretion and limited role in absorption. Multiple layers, if you try to absorb, it will be very difficult. So very less role. Limited means here very less role in secretion and absorption. What is the main function then? The main function is to provide protection against chemical and mechanical stress. Chemical and mechanical stress, wear and tear, protection mostly. Okay. Now, where is the location? Tell me. What are the different locations? One best example, dry surface of the skin. Dry surface of the skin. Skin is stratified squamous epithelium with keratinization. With what? Keratinization. With keratin present on them, which makes it little impervious to water. Impermeable to water. So skin is stratified squamous epithelium but keratinized, or we can say keratinized stratified squamous epithelium or stratified keratinized squamous epithelium, only and only skin. Will you put keratin layer inside your mouth? In the oral cavity, will you put keratinization? Because keratin will make it waterproof. Do you want your mouth cavity, oral cavity to be waterproof? No. How the saliva will be secreted? How the mucus will be secreted? So other than skin, there is no keratinization seen. Other than skin, we don't deposit keratin protein. Are we clear? Example, moist surface of buccal cavity, your pharynx, your lining of ducts of salivary glands, and pancreatic ducts. These are the certain locations where a lot of wear and tear is there. So we have kept multiple layer for protection. That's why we call them as the stratified epithelium. Are we clear, guys? Are we clear? So that's all for stratified epithelium. Now tell me what this picture is. Hello, tell me, what is this picture in front of you? Yeah, some people are showing the timers. I know time is up. Time is up, really it is up? Yeah, 3 minutes are there, yeah. Tell me which is this tissue, come on. Tell me which tissue is this, guys. Which tissue is this, guys? Come on. These are the cells. The dark pink color are the cells. Dark pink color are the cells. The light pink color in the background is the matrix. So tell me, matrix is more or cell is more? The dark pink color is the cells. Yeah, you can see the nucleus. And the light pink color in the background is the matrix, the ground substance. What is more here? Ground substance is more, cells are less. Cells are kuncham. Less number of cells, more intercellular space, more matrix. This is a characteristic of which tissue? This is the characteristic of connective tissue. Less number of cells, so space is more. Space is more, intercellular space more, matrix will be more, ground substance will be more. That's why this is connective tissue, and we will continue in the next class with connective tissue. So that's all for this class, guys. I hope you rewatch the class again and make some important notes for your upcoming exam. Again, congratulations on your results. Okay, party, whatever the results are, don't bother. Now you can't go in the history and change in the past, but now the future is in front of you. Think about that. Are we clear? Bye-bye, guys. Thank you.